Hello, we would like to make an interview with you today. Can you please introduce yourself firstly?
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ahmed Al Sayed. I'm a student of Ozine University. I'm studying mechanical engineering, bachelor's degree.
Can you tell us your story? Where are you from, when and why did you come to Turkey, and why are you in Özü?
My story is not so special. It's actually a quite ordinary one. I am from Sudan, and the reason I came to Turkey is because of one of my best friends. He came to Turkey before me, and at the time I was looking for different universities. I had Turkey as an option in my head, but I never considered it as a serious one. Then, after many discussions with my friend, he told me that there is a very good university here and I can come and see it if I would like. Then I came, I fell in love with the atmosphere, and I'm here today in Ozine.
What are the cultural differences between Turkey and your home country? Also, are there any similarities?
Well, talking about cultural differences, we don't have many because back in history we were conquered by the Ottoman Empire. So we have a lot of cultural remainings, let's say. Food wise, manner wise, religion wise, and many things that I can mention. Talking about, let's say, for instance, that when you have a guest coming over to the house, you must greet them with all hospitality and be so warm, offer them your best, I don't know, drinks, usually probably Turkish coffee in Turkey, but in Sudan we give them tea or offer them food or sweets or candy. So these are little bit differences you can find.
Did you have a cultural shock when you moved to Turkey?
Not exactly. I didn't have a cultural shock. I'm very used to uh, the culture already, but maybe I had problems communication with others.
Can you tell us the most difficult part and the easiest part of your adaptation process? How was it in the beginning and how did it get better?
Well, the hard part to adapt to the country was trying to learn the language and get to know places around here because my country compared to Turkey is it's a big country. My country, but Turkey is bigger, and the roads here are always so confusing. You can't go from the same road and come back from. No, you have to turn like 5, 6 different directions. Imagine you're going to Umrani. Yeah, you can't come back in the same way, of course. As well, the languages. I had a lot of problems trying to communicate. Not a lot of people know English or Arabic or other languages.
And how people do you react when you talk in Turkish?
Well, talking Turkish, when they see me at sight, they don't think I know Turkish. They expect that I'm a foreigner. They usually mix me for an American. They always think I'm an American. So how can I speak English to this person? So they're always like nervous. I say hello, the guy says no English. Or İngilizce yok, for example. But then I forced myself to learn the language, and I realized that once I start speaking in Turkish, people are very surprised. Then they're very welcoming and very happy to talk to me in Turkish and ask me so many different questions. It's like, we have never seen you before, and I would like to know so much things about you. So explain them to me. But they don't have the language, so I must learn Turkish to do that.
And is it hard to learn?
If you have a will to learn, you will learn. That's all I can say. But for me, it wasn't so difficult.
Did you pick up new habits after you come to Turkey?
I picked up the habit of drinking a lot of tea or chai, as you call it, and I stopped using sugar because I've been drinking so much tea that if I keep drinking sugar, I'll be sick at one point. But I didn't pick up the habit of smoking. It's becoming like a cultural thing right now. I didn't pick it up.
And do you feel homesick?
Not really, not necessarily. I find Turkey like my second home, so I can't say that I feel homesick.
Do you do something special to feel at home?
From times I research on the internet places where people can visit in Turkey, to Sudan basically, and then if someone's gonna ask me about Sudan, I'm gonna maybe show off about those nice places that don't exist in Turkey, that can be a sightseeing area.
And what did you like the most in Turkey? Also, what are the problems?
Well, the nice thing is that when people, for instance, have a job to do or work, they perform it and they try to exceed in it and do their job, their best in it with all their efforts. That's something I like. Different places I can see, I mean, private institutions mostly, things are more organized. Governmental is a little bit messy, but they still try and get it in order. That's the thing I like about here. I mean, in Sudan, it's definitely not the same. They not on the same standard or level at all.
Did this experience help you to improve yourself?
Yeah, it definitely opened my eyes to many different aspects that my country, for instance, because I always compare Sudan to Turkey in everything, economic-wise, country-wise, people-wise, living, how people try and get some works done, etc. I mean, how a person, for example, is more productive when he wakes up. You know, even though we have similar cultures, that doesn't mean we have all the similar habits that we do during the day.
Do you want to stay in Turkey?
I would love to stay in Turkey. I don't mind. I mean, I'll probably marry a Turkish girl as well. So it's good.
Can you tell us a moment, an awkward moment that you had in Turkey?
I had a couple of awkward moments. There was a time I was sitting enjoying my meal like any other person, and a kid comes to me. His hands are dirty. He's so excited. His eyes are full of love. He looked at me and my eyes is like, "Sen futbol mu oynuyorsun?" He thought I'm a professional football player. You know, I had to destroy his hopes. I was like, no. See, I play football, but American football. You know, he looked at me. He's like, "Huh?" Then he left. After that, on the same day, I was standing in a bus stop with my friend. Some random guys came to me. They were like, "Let's take a picture together." I said, "No problem." Yeah, it's a little bit awkward, but no problem, man. On the same day, as well, after that event, I was also with my friend. At that time, he went to the bathroom or something. I was sitting in a cafe. Another guy came and asked for my picture. I didn't mind it. Actually, that day, it wasn't so awkward. I felt like a celebrity. You know, like one of those celebrity days that you get. And I think I can say that. And there was another event that happened. It was 2 years before that. I was in a grocery store. Some guy literally stopped his car. He got down. He's like, "We have to take a photo." He's probably gonna go to his friends and be like, "Hey, look, I met a black guy today." Show
Strange.
off with it, but I mean, that's as awkward as it can get in Turkey, you know.
And weddings?
Weddings. I mean, yeah, once I went to a wedding of a good friend of mine's, and apparently, you know, many people didn't know that I'm coming. So when I went there and I entered the wedding, my friend was like, "No, you have to dance, you have to dance." And I said, "Okay." I went and people started doing the halay dance. You Turkish people know it. And I didn't know what a halay is at that time. So I was trying to learn it at the same time I'm running in the circle, right? I was trying to learn it. It was very difficult to learn at the beginning, but after I got the sequence, it was easy. Then some guys were like, "Hey man, you gotta dance with us and stuff," and nobody knows who I am. That's the funny part, you know. Nobody knows who I am, and the cameraman is taking video of me and everything. When the wedding finished, I told my friend, "Listen, you know, when your family is gonna watch that video, they're gonna all wonder, who is that black guy who came to the wedding? I really wonder, is he someone you know?" You know, that's what I thought in my head. You know? Yeah, and I think that's it so far.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Hello, we would like to make an interview with you today. Can you please introduce yourself firstly?
Selamun aleyküm. Şimdi ben thinking, you know,
Okay, sure.
biliyorsun. Hey.
Bana alkışlık.